Hi everyone, my name is Lulu. I graduated in the class of 2020 at ISHCMC. I did my bachelor's in psychology at Leiden University in the Netherlands, and now I'm doing my master's at Leiden University in the Netherlands in Child and Adolescent Psychology. I'm doing my end of year or degree internship, yeah. I started here in EE2, I think 2004, and then until 2020, so about 16 years. I don't think I've changed too much in terms of like my core person. I think maybe just that I studied psychology might be more of a surprise because I was very much into sports when I was here, so maybe just that it's such a different world in the sense of like I could have gone into sports or sports management, but instead I'm doing psychology. So when I was at ISHCMC, I was passionate about sports, like I said. I don't think it's changed. Anytime I have an opportunity to do something sporty, whether it's go watch or participate myself, I still do that. I think now it's just, I also have a new grown interest in psychology. At ISHCMC, I actually did my personal project in sports psychology, which I think is what sparked my interest in psychology initially. And then I was like, oh, that'd be kind of interesting, but I still wanted to study medicine. And then I changed my mind on studying medicine. I was like, okay, let's explore what else I have. And my biology teacher at the time, Mr. V, he was really lovely, and I spoke to him a bit about it. And then I also had a TOK teacher for 1 year, Mr. Bachka, and he also taught psychology at ISHCMC. And I also spoke to him about psychology, and I kind of just noticed how broad it was and how I could kind of combine interests, and that's more what I like rather than just having a narrow path. So I'm currently doing my internship at an autism center in Rotterdam, and yeah, so we work with kids that are below the age of 10, and they're neurodivergent, and we help them with any developmental delays and daily challenges that they might face because of being neurodivergent or any other things. And so we have a lot of different types of therapies, including like music therapy, sensory therapy. I'm currently doing my internship for the last 3 months, and I have 3 more months, but I'm more specializing in ABA therapy at the center because that's what I was more interested in. I really love everything that I do. Like at my internship and just being a part of the psychology field, I think it's such valuable work, and seeing the change that you can bring to people and all the good that you can do to people is just, there's nothing that can compare to that like feeling, and also just seeing because the kids are so young that you're just like, oh yeah, this is actually something that's so valuable for them as well. So in the 3 months that I've worked there, I think most of what I've learned so far, because 3 months is long, but it's also kind of short in a way, right? So I think what I've learned is mostly just like how to really work with these kids that are younger, because a lot of them are very young, so it's just like that is a bit of an adaptation because of the way you have to speak to them and things like that. And I think moving forward for the next 3 months and the end of my internship, it's just going to be more about like, okay, I know what I'm doing now, like how can I kind of make it better and understand the kids' behaviors a bit more, and how does that change how I have to work with the different kids. So I did learn some techniques, and it's more of just like, okay, I have this background and knowledge, but then it was just more about, okay, now I have to apply it, and then that's a bit more scary in a way, because you're like, okay, but I technically know how to apply it, but it's very different when you're putting it in practice versus when you're just like, yeah, I know the steps, and I think that was mainly the thing for me. So after I finish my internship, I hope to work now within my field. I would like to hopefully work, I would love to work either in a school to do some counseling, or also just in a clinic or in a center as well. I think, and all of those options are really good for me, yeah. I would say that something that shaped me at ISHCMC was probably being on the sports teams. We're very close, like, because I played sports my whole time here as soon as I could. And we were all very close, and that kind of sense of a team, it builds your character very nicely, because you learn how to support each other very well, and you don't only think of yourself, you think of everyone around you. So I would say that that is one of those things, and that is something that I still value now, the sense of community and just being able to kind of be open and friendly with everybody. So I'm actually only back for this week, and so being back was just a very nostalgic feeling because like I said, I really love my time here and I love being part of the teams. And my mom is also helping with the planning of the swim invitational, and I remember being there for the swim invitationals as a swimmer myself. And so when I was like, oh, you guys are doing this right now, I was like, well, I'm here for a week. If you need my help, I will gladly help, because also in my last couple of years for CAS, I was doing the Rhino Nation Council, and my role was assistant athletic director. And our team as a whole just helped organize sports events, we did the ASACs and things like that. And so I remember how much I loved that, so I was like, well, this is a great opportunity for me to do it again, even if it's in a much smaller way than what it is now. So just writing things down, remembering to do things, it's just a lot nicer. And now I can get on with my more adult life, I would say. It's yeah, it's a good feeling. And just also when I come back and visit and having all the nostalgia and seeing people that I knew some parts, it's yeah, all of it makes me just feel really happy and proud. I think advice that I would give to ISHCMC students and anything for what they're doing next, it's just to keep doing it, because if the second you let go, it seems so much harder. So you just kind of have to okay, I know what I need to do, and then let me do what I can do, and then what comes next, I'll figure it out after. Because the more you worry about the things that you can't do, the more you're not going to do the things you can. So then that's the most important part, to do what you can, and then the rest will come later. I think as a graduate, I think the most important thing is just, to make sure that you find time to do the things that make you happy, because I think it's easy to get caught up in your first year of studies if they choose to study immediately, and I think you forget sometimes that, oh, I also need a break. So that's the most important part, to just find time for the things you enjoy and give yourself a break. I think what being an ISHCMC alumni means to me, it's just to have that community and always have people around you, because it kind of sometimes, especially when you first move away, you kind of feel oh, I'm all alone in this big world, but then it's no, because there's always people you can reach out to, even if they weren't in the same grade as you and things like that, you still know people that are around, and then yeah, that sense of community again is just always there. I'm still in touch with a few people. I mean, it's hard to keep up with everybody because we're all over the place, and it gets harder, especially life. But yeah, I would say that whenever I can, or whenever anybody else can, we'll just send each other quick texts of hey, how's it going? Or oh, what are you up to now? So yeah, it's nice. I am Lulu, and I'm proud to be a part of ISHCMC.